Hello, my name is Gregtech82, and welcome back to my Gregtech New Horizons series. I am just setting up a second industrial apiary. I don't remember where I got these. I think they were from loot bags. I think they may have been from quests, but I don't remember. But I have a few of them, thankfully, because they are a bit annoying to make. I mean, the motors and stuff aren't bad, but all these different things are so annoying because they require the carpenter, and I don't have any of that stuff set up. So we're good for now, but eventually if I want to expand my bees, I'm probably gonna have to like automate that. For now, I'm just going to do this. And I just realized I probably need another automation upgrade, which is a bit annoying. I don't remember, did I make another? No, I did, that's right. I made a winter and I think a winter and something. Anyway. Winter and a cooler, I think, for the last two. But now that we're getting mutagen, aren't we getting mutagen? Pretty sure we're getting the mutagen, right? Yes. Lots and lots of mutagen. So that's actually not... Those frames are actually not bad anymore. The mutagen was the issue before. I don't remember what those... What are the name of those things? Upgrade frame, was it? Or it's like... upgrade frame, yeah. Yeah, the mutagen. Alright, so I may just throw this in a... Do I have an extra assembler I could maybe just throw down? Yeah, so I have plenty. So maybe I'll throw down just an assembler and then fill it with just send the mutagen directly into it. And then we can put the thing on there. So, alright, that's good. So I need the automation upgrade. Yeah, that's easy enough. Alright. That is good to know because I want to get that in there and that in there and then this. Let's throw those in there. That I'm trying to cooler. Did I could have sworn I had, didn't I have dryer? Oh, there's a dryer. I was thinking that was like colder, but there. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, the winter one. Man, I don't remember. Oh, the winter was, yeah, that's right. I was trying to breed the Laptron bees and I could not get it to work in a industrial apiary on the moon. So I'm not sure if that will actually, that actually works, not lapis, Lapitron. So the Lapitron requires icy temperature and on the moon with a lapis lazuli block. And I brought the thing up, the industrial apiary, and I put the winter emulation upgrade in it to give it a cooler and a, actually I can just show this, I think. Pull that out really quick. Yeah, if you put the icy and that in there, it'll be icy. But I don't know how many. I tried about 30 times and I didn't get any of the Lapitron, so I may have to do something with the alveary and some fans. Which is a bit annoying, because like I said a few times, it doesn't seem like I can speed them up. But anyway, let's have that going. Yeah, there we go. We're producing the energy combs. Right, I don't have this auto updating. That is just so funny to me. That cracks me up, seeing how fast it's going. Yep. Alright, so I need to, let me get some of this stuff auto crafting, because this isn't going to work, is it? I need to get it upgraded here. Now, energetic comb. I don't really need this stuff, to be honest. It's just going to clog up my A system because the slag comb, all I get is like black granite, I think, isn't it? I don't remember. Yeah, like granite, stone dust, and red. Like, I don't need any of this junk. But it just goes automatically because I send all the combs to this thing. So, yeah, unfortunately. Where are they? Like, are they not? Ah, they're back here. Yeah. I don't know. I will kind of, I guess, worry about that. How much do I have? Yeah, we're getting up there. Well, only 17,000 now. We don't need to worry about it now. All right, let me get the frames, the automation frame. I think that's all we need for this. So maybe I should. I'm going to turn this off actually. And actually, the reason I'm doing this, I probably should say that, is because I want to start working again towards the ultimate battery. So now that we got the bacterial vat kind of set up, oh, I did add some extra stuff in between episodes. I added I crafted a distillation tower because this was just not working. I was not producing distilled water fast enough. So basically, I just crafted a distillation tower and it uses UV power. I don't actually know if it uses UV power, but yeah, it's only using. It has a UV tier on it, but it's only using 4,000 U per tick. So, but there we go. There is our distilled water, and I have a storage bus on it in case anywhere else needs it in the base. And then I broke down the one that I had, and I also added a processing array for the seaweed, because that's actually going through it pretty quick. But there's 1,000 seaweed in that pipe, and there is 1,000 in there, and I can kind of scale this up as needed. So there's 2 in there now, and I can just keep adding more machines. Obviously, it'll start pulling more and more, but right now it's about half an amp per machine. So I could throw like 2 more in there, pretty safe, I think. Not actually sure how much. The problem starts occurring when I start turning all these world accelerators on because they are so power hungry. That is kind of when I start running into problems and stuff gets turned off and stuff. So I have this just running at ZPM and just doing some diamonds and emeralds because I kept kind of running out of those. But I'm thinking maybe switching out all of them for diorites. I don't know. How many emeralds do we have at this point? Yeah, I'll let that go for a bit more. Can I turn these into anything? No. See, I'd have to autoclave these, although it is only 2. I don't know. We'll leave those in there for now. But yeah, so let me get the frame, the automation frame for this, and kind of figure out what I want to do. So I think we're pretty close to getting everything going for these batteries, because we need 8 for the next tier, and we're almost there. I need a bit more copper. Oh, okay, a lot more copper. And the ruby dust is because I need Engerium, so that's why I wanted to get those going. But yeah, let me get this and we will be right back. All right, I have gone ahead and crafted up the frames. I have these automated. They're actually not that bad. I can just do basically what I was doing was just getting the amount that I needed. So basically it is like every one of these industrial apiaries is going to need 9 frames. So like 1 automation and the 8 production. So that's kind of like the bare minimum that we're going to need. So I went ahead and did the That's probably, yeah, upgrade. It's not, I keep saying frames, but they're not actually called, they're called upgrades. So yeah, but I don't have an assembler set up for that. Unfortunately, I just kind of, I get all the frames that we need, and then I will craft everything with the, I'll just use the 9 or whatever from the, because it's 100 mutagen each. And I just kind of do that, and then I'll do that manually, just for now. I need to get something set up, and I don't know where I want to put it quite yet. And every time I do this, I kind of just check to see where I can optimize everything. And I mean, we seem pretty good. This is a bit slow. I really do need to speed this up. And what? I bet did something. Yeah. No, that didn't. When did that turn on? Is it on? Shouldn't that be? I feel like that should be running, shouldn't it? 250, 250, 100. Oh, this is wrong, I think. Maybe, man, yeah, stuff keeps getting screwed up here, and I'm pretty sure it's that overlay thing that is doing it. And I really need... That's not... It's like, oh, it has everything it needs. And then it puts it in the thing. That is right. What am I missing then? Oh, I guess the bolts at the end. That's probably what it is. Yeah, tungsten steel bolts. That is how it got screwed up. I don't know where these came from, but that must be... Yeah, that's how it got screwed up. But it doesn't always do that. I seem to have issues like... None of these... I never have issues with this. It seems to always be with these input buses that it seems to happen. And I don't know if it's something I'm doing. But... Yeah, I don't know. It's just the weirdest thing. But once... It seems I have to, like, fix it every time I, like... Where did that go? Yeah, what? I feel like... Oh, it's in my inventory. What am I talking about? It's right there. Alright, so that... There we go. Yeah. Alright, so we got that going, and I think once we get these done, we should be good. Yeah, that's still going. I really need to speed this up, though, because these circuit boards are horribly slow. But again, I'm really kind of pushing my power network here to the max. But what I am kind of thinking is... Actually, I don't know. Now that I'm... Yeah, see, I was kind of thinking ultimate batteries. I mean, the power substation is really cool, but it doesn't... Since it got nerfed, it doesn't hold that much power. So I was kind of thinking when I get some ultimate batteries going, because they hold so much power, I was going to upgrade the turbines. But the problem is it's only UV tier. So in theory, this thing is outputting 16 amps of UV, which this is only going to put out 1 amp of UV. That's not going to work, is it? Now, this, on the other hand, is UMV, which would be, I don't even know how many. So So that's like UMV, UIV, UEV, UHV. There's like how many different... I feel like they'll be putting out like hundreds of amps of UV. I would have to figure that out. I don't know the exact number. So that would actually be viable, but we are really far away from that ultimate battery because I think you need 8 ultimate batteries. And yeah, we're definitely not there yet. We are working on this thing. And then you need 8 of these for the ultimate battery, if I remember correctly. So lots of kind of like nested crafting. Is that what it's called? Where you use like one, you need to craft up something to use in another thing, which gets used in another thing. Is that called nested? Or recursive? Is it recursive crafting? Maybe that's what it's called. But for that, we're definitely going to need to set up infinite resources for every kind of thing. But I think, yeah. So I have one of those that we crafted up. I'm kind of going for 7. I want to try all 7 at once so I can test out my whole kind of automated process. That's why I keep kind of waiting to do 7 at once. I could do like 1 or 2 at a time, but I want to do it all at once to kind of see where we're at. We're only missing 173. Kind of confuses me a bit. Do I have... Yeah, that seemed a bit weird. But we got the... Yeah, this going. Like every 9 of those is 1 copper dust. So as we can see, I'm getting a copper dust like every second or so. So that is good. I got the Nigerian bees, and I need the appetite, as we saw the thing. Well, that pulled out that queen, didn't it? I put an appetite. Yeah. Because I don't have it automated. It got pulled out. Oh wait, is that gonna work? Right, because I don't have enough channels over here. So I had to put a conveyor belt kind of pumping into there, but is that gonna work? I think if you have the upgrade on there, it doesn't pull out the princess. But I'll have to see. I actually don't know. Alright, let me get this finished up here. We're almost there. We're just crafting up the last circuit board. Unless it's stuck. It's probably... it might not be stuck. No. Alright. It takes 15 seconds. Yeah, there it goes. But actually those take a while. Yeah, I need to cut here because these take a while. This is the other thing I thought about maybe upgrading, but... Yeah. I know I'm kind of like pushing my power grid. I'm 100% aware of that. I do have some plans for what I want to do. It will probably involve more fusion reactors is kind of what I'm guessing, because really you can't beat these turbines, plasma turbines, because I think I'm going to be able to get over 3 million EU per tick from one turbine. So I don't really see any other power option that is anywhere near that. So, but I am thinking about expanding my fusion reactors. So that is kind of the plan, and we're getting kind of close to needing it at this point. But like I said, I was kind of debating whether to wait to get the ultimate battery, but now that I'm realizing that's really just not going to work, because it's only UV tier. And that is annoying that you have to use one of those, because these are so expensive, and having to waste one to get the recipe. I really don't like that mechanic, but... Alright, let me get this set up and we'll come back. Alright, we are back, and I did a little breeding. I sort of got the air princess, but it ended up reverting back to the windy drones because you need 2 windy drones. But I got the fastest worker out of the windy drone before it bounced back, and what I'm noticing that because you need the 2 air or the too windy, if you keep this needs an air crystal cluster underneath it. If you leave that under there while you're breeding these windy drones, it'll start getting all kind of like messed up with the different, it'll breed up an air kind of thing, and then it'll mix up and it'll just get all sorts of messed up with that. So I ended up just keeping the fastest trait on the windy drones and just broke the crystal. So I lost like the air princess again, but I have the fastest worker, which is what I want. And I put it in, not any of these, I put it in my copper. So my copper queen is actually a fastest. Basically just breed it. I took the princess and just bred it with some windy drones and just kept choosing the one with the fastest trait until we bred it out. But there we go. Unfortunately, it is shortest. I think shortest life? Yeah, shortest life. So I am breeding up like way more generations than really need be, unfortunately, but we have the fastest trait. So that is fastest with a world accelerator, speeding it up. So we are producing, we need 9 of these for 1 dust. So as we can see, I think we're getting about a dust a second, maybe even faster than that. So yeah, that is pretty cool. And eventually I will do all the ones that I decide to get a infinite resource from. I'm going to breed the fastest trait into there and probably get some of the best traits we possibly can. I'm actually not sure what traits I kind of want to for. Probably longest, fastest. This doesn't matter. Flower type would be the one I want. Yeah. Probably like diurnal, nocturnal. Probably yes to all of these would be kind of what I'm thinking. But that is kind of like end game, like super end, just getting optimization of everything. But yeah, so I got all the copper going and the Nigerium. We have 33,000 Nigerium now. Haven't got the Laptron yet, but yeah. I went to craft up these energy crystals. Man, annoying when it keeps jumping like that. So we need 8 for the next energy crystal, so I went to craft up the 7. And I was like, yay, I have everything. I have the 14,000 dust. I have all the Nigerium that we need. Fortunately, we're going to use 40,000, or is it? I don't remember how much lapis dust. We're going to use a whole lot of lapis dust. But at this point, I have a lot, so I'm not overly concerned about that. Come on, let me get it. Yeah, so I'm not overly concerned about that. Everything else is relatively easy, to be honest. Except for the 1,000 of those that we're gonna need. And I was like, why isn't this not letting me do this? And I realized this is 925,000 bytes. I have nowhere near that much. So I'm going to have to craft up a whole bunch more of those the computers. Where am I? Yeah. I'm gonna have to have like a whole lot of these crafting things, which is a bit annoying, but you know, there's plenty of room. It'll just be like a 3x3 kind of thing. I don't know, maybe have like 6 crafting co-processing units in total kind of thing, and then the rest I'll just replace all these with the 64K is what I'm thinking, but I'm not going to do that right this second. I want to start getting these crafted up and kind of see where we run into, is it energy? What is it? Energy module. Yeah, kind of see what bottlenecks are and kind of the problems that we run into. So let's go ahead and get that going. And I just kind of enjoy watching all this kind of sort itself out, and yeah, just optimizing as I go. Wonder if that's going to be an issue. No, I don't think that'll be an issue. Alright, but yeah, basically just let me, I don't know, see how this goes, and come back when this maybe is done. Yeah, this is taking quite a while, unfortunately. But, you know, understandable. I did a whole bunch more of the seaweed broth, but man, this recipe is definitely, this is the issue. It's just, it's 80 seconds at UV, and I can't, like, there's no, like, single block, so I can't put it in a processing array. So basically, it is just spamming these large chemical reactors, but again, each one is going to be almost a full UV volt, so we're kind of, yeah. I mean, it's annoying, because this is a pretty complicated recipe as well. But, you know, we have to, we will. But, yeah. Just kind of... Why did it turn off? I don't want it turning off. Something, what are we out of? Are we out of? I have no idea what we're out of. Oh well. Let me figure this out and... I don't know. Yeah, we'll come back in a little bit. I wonder if it... And did it like... I didn't see if it finished the process. Am I like taxing my system? I may be taxing my system too much, to be honest. Yeah, we may be. Interesting. Alright, let me cut here and come back. Maybe I'll turn that off or something. I don't know. I guess I don't need this running, but yeah, I'm gonna have to work this out because I would like to have this stuff running. So anyway, let me cut here and we'll be right back. And that should be the energy module. Did it complete? Yep, it did complete. So there we go, we got our second energy module. I have noticed a couple kind of issues, and definitely had an issue with the power, and I think I was just running too many amps with the world accelerators. It shut off a couple of these machines and that screwed up some things. So many of those. As we can see, this was turned off, so these built up over a while. So I'm thinking we're gonna have to deal with the power situation sooner than later. And yeah, so that was a little bit of an issue I noticed. And another thing, and I don't know how to tackle this. Now, you need all the SMD components. And for example, this is 8 annealed copper and some gallium. And I think is it this one? I don't remember. One of them. No, it's the coils, I think it is. These. Yeah, so these need, maybe not, I can't remember. One of them is, it's the rings and the fine copper wire, but the problem is you require, these SMD things require so many of the copper wires. Like the entire input bus fills up with copper wires, but it doesn't put in the rings or whatever the other component. So like in this case, it just filled up completely with the copper wires, but didn't put the gallium foil. So it gets backed up. I'm actually not really sure how, like with the way this is set up with the Ender output nodes, I actually don't know how I can force it to, I guess, would round robin? Maybe I guess round robin might do that. So it, but like if it, I don't know. Maybe I'll try round robin for these large crafts again, because that was definitely getting backed up. But other than that, and just I think I needed to fix the emitter. There's another one. Maybe not the emitter. I can't remember. One of the other ones also inputted just one item, but that I really feel like this whole thing needs to be done, but oh my goodness, that is going to be so much work if I redo all these. But I think what I would do is input a statement that says don't do this if there's something in the input bus kind of thing. That would probably be the best way to do that, but that is just going to cost so much. That's just so much time that would take me to redo all of that stuff. But for the most part, everything worked pretty well. Let's see if we can get another one. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and I'll keep doing these. And I think while I'm doing this, I think in between episodes, I'm going to see if I can get Laptron bees, because we're just going through so much of the lapis dust when I can actually get the Laptron bees, which will yeah, which would get the Laptron and the energy combs. So it does do both. So that's kind of what I'm thinking. But let's see, what is this again? Icy and damp. How do I get icy and damp? I guess I think probably damp and then a bunch of cooler ones would be my guess, but I don't know. I'd have to kind of work out what would be the best, because even the wintry one is not icy. That's only cold, I think. So I don't know. That we're gonna have to kind of sort out as well. So yeah, we're making some decent progress here. Nothing, just kind of waiting for stuff to craft up. But I think next episode I may need to start looking into my power generation. I think, because we're definitely, especially with this room, and like if I want to expand this, I don't have enough power going over here. So I don't know. I'll have to kind of think about that in between episodes, but I definitely think I want to get the Laptron bee sooner than later. So I might just have to go craft up some of those, what are they, Alvery fans, I think. Yeah, and see if we can get the Alvery on the moon to get out into Icy so we can get the Laptron bee. I think that will make this a little bit easier. But other than that, yeah, we're just kind of plodding along here and working towards the ultimate battery and the biocircuits for the solar panel. And yeah, I think we're doing pretty well here. But anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. So thanks for watching and have a good one.